So I intended on uploading every day. I was doing pretty good at it, and then I had a family emergency. You all know I had COVID. My husband had COVID, and my infant had COVID, and so it was something. I think it's a side effect of COVID. Honestly, it was pretty scary. Oh, my baby. I just tried to film this video. I was halfway done with it, and I realized that she was crying. My husband is with her, but I was so into what I was saying that I was just completely focused on the work. And then I hear her crying. I'm like, fuck, how long has she been crying? And I had to stop the video, and it was a good chunk of my video. And so I'm starting over, and I hear her now. I settled her, of course, with one touch. Like, she pretty much wants me all the time, so it's difficult to get anything done. But anyway, I'm working it out. Anyhow, yeah, so the emergency was scary, very scary, and I'll talk about it eventually. But right now, I want to concentrate on what we got going on, which is the culture report. I'm going to get right into it. It's good because I've been consuming a lot and enjoying a lot, and I want to share it with you all. Okay, so P-Valley. I like to read Google's synopsis because I'm not good at explaining things, and sometimes I feel like when you explain things, you could possibly ruin it for the viewer, the experience, and I don't want to ruin or spoil anything. P-Valley is a really good rated R drama on Stars. I feel like I should going forward, I should say rated R. You should know that I love rated R everything. I prefer when something is rated R because I said it a million times, but life is rated R, and so when I watch something rated R, I feel like I'm gonna get realness. Like, it's going to sweep me away in its authenticity, and I'm going to forget I'm watching TV. Anyway, so according to Google, the Pink is a popular strip club in Mississippi where intrigue abounds when the mysterious Autumn is welcomed by Mercedes, the dancer, and Uncle Clifford, the club's discreet owner. So, really dope. So what I love about this show the most is the culture. It's Mississippi hard body. Like, the accents are thick and dope. The culture is cool to behold. You know, it's always intriguing for me to look upon someone else's life, someone else's culture, someone else's neighborhood, someone else's country, and just see how they live. I love that. I love that stuff. And that's what you get with this show. And just so you know, this is what I love about Google. When you look at Google, you see the reviews. So you see IMDb, you see Rotten Tomatoes, and then you see Google users. I always consider Google users to be the people. So sometimes IMDb gives it a 7. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 100%, a 7 out of 10. IMDb 7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 100%, and Google users give it 91% thumbs up, including my thumbs up. It's too bright for you to see, but of course I give it a thumbs up. So, like I said, it's excellent. A while back on Twitter, the people that I subscribe to on Twitter, they were raving about it, and I never cared to look into it, but then one day randomly here I binged it, and it was excellent. And like I said, the accent, the culture is dope. Uncle Clifford is dope. Him and Mercedes are my 2 favorites of the show. Anyhow, check it out, P-Valley. Next up is Behind Her Eyes on Netflix. Okay, so Behind Her Eyes, it took me by surprise. I was avoiding it for a while because, well, you know how it is. I don't know. Sometimes I judge a book by its cover, and sometimes I judge these shows by their covers. And for a while, it was a white woman's face. And then, you know how Netflix is tricky, and they see if you watch a lot of shows with people of color, non-white people mainly, like shows with non-white people, they start giving you the one brown person in the show. They start putting that person as the thumbnail, and so that's what happened with in Behind Her Eyes. Eventually, they switched the thumbnail, and I clicked on it. But I'm just happy I did, which is why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. It's a really good story. Really, well, not a really good story. It's a little bit of sci-fi. It's a good drama. I don't want to say sci-fi and scare you, but there is an element of sci-fi to it. Let me see. Okay. A single mother enters a world of twisted mind games when she begins an affair with her psychiatrist boss while secretly befriending his mysterious wife. Okay. So IMDb gave this 7.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 61%, and Google users gave it 89%, including my thumbs up on Google. So you see how the people enjoy it? That's what I like to see. I trust the people for the most part. Really good. It's slow to unravel. So for a few episodes, it is pretty mysterious. Like, what is happening here? What is this about? That's where you're constantly questioning, but you're intrigued to the point that you click on next and you continue watching all the following episodes. And by the end, literally at the last scene, I have to shout this out because I have not been surprised by an ending, or I have not been surprised at all in TV for a long time. Everything is utterly predictable, and this is not. I was so surprised at the end. John was surprised. And I hate to say that because I feel like I'm spoiling it. Like, now you know there's a big surprise at the end. But hey, maybe it won't be a surprise to you. Maybe you'll figure it out. But I was shocked. And I said, damn. Like, I felt bad. It hit me here. I don't want to spoil it at the moment. But yeah, it's really good. Anyway, Simona Brown plays Lois. Or Louise, and she's excellent. And I think she looks a lot like Issa Rae. Something about them, I think, is the facial expressions and the eyeballs. Anyway, Eve Houston, I guess she's well, I'll let you figure it out. She also did an excellent job, and the main guy too, Tom Bateman. He did a great job too. Excellent. I really enjoyed it. Really good TV, really good Netflix. I don't even know if I should call it Netflix TV, but it's under my TV category. Anyhow, moving on. The one on Netflix. Okay, so Netflix has a lot of good stuff. It has a lot of cheesy shit too, but it has a lot of good stuff. The one on Netflix, according to Google, let me give it my thumbs up. Oh, look at this. Okay. The one on Netflix gets 6.6 out of 10 by IMDb, 31% by Rotten Tomatoes, and by Google users, 90%. So don't trust the outlets like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. Look at the Google users. That's most likely the people and what the people are feeling, how the people feel it. Anyhow, Rebecca is the ambitious and impulsive founding CEO of Match DNA, a company that can pair people with their perfect partner based solely on their DNA samples. Excellent. So it gave me Black Mirror, but not really. It gave me Black Mirror only because it gives me like this futuristic feel with the DNA samples leading you to your perfect match. In my mind, that's in the year 3030, something like that might be possible. It's the only way that I relate it to Black Mirror, because Black Mirror is spooky. It has a spooky element. This doesn't. This just gives you a futuristic feel. Black Mirror feels like scary, futuristic, or scary past, but scary. This is not scary. It's really good. You forget that it has that little Black Mirror element, and you just become engaged, and you start having like it's a kind of TV that brings like whoever's watching it, you start talking about it, and you start talking about this idea of the one. Really good. I like it because it's more about the people. So yes, according to this DNA sample, these two people are matched to be perfect partners for each other, to fall in love, guaranteed to fall in love. But doesn't mean that they're perfect human beings. Like, this guy could be a murderer and a rapist, and this is his perfect match, you know? So it's really good in that sense. I don't want to ruin anything for you, so that's all I'm going to say. The actors, Lois Chimimba, Amir El-Mazri, Hannah Ware. Dope. So PBS has really intelligent cartoons for children, to the point that I found myself learning a lot on PBS. I know it sounds nuts, but I learned so much with these cartoons, and that's why I'm recommending them today. So PBS has Xavier in the Secret Museum. It's this young little dude, Xavier, and he travels back in time to meet like young Rosa Parks. So to show you that she was once a kid too. So kind of to inspire children, hey, you can do anything. All these people were once kids too. So cute, so dope. First of all, the cartoons are so cute because it'd be like a young Rosa Parks, and it looks like a little lady kid version. You know what I mean? It's so cute. And then there's Nature Cat on PBS, and that's always a lesson. It's about a cat who, when his owners leave, he like explores the backyard, but it's all learning experiences. It's really good, really funny, you know, cute and entertaining, but also very, very educational. And Lastly, the Backyardigans. It's old. It's no longer airing, but it's what my daughter really, really loves. And it's so cute. It's about imagination and just using, exploring all sorts of imagination from your backyard. When I was little, I played a lot with my imagination. I had a really, really good imagination. I had like a whole nother friend that wasn't real. Her name was Lindsay. Um, and then me and my siblings, we used to like play shooting. Like we'll be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll come out and shoot each other. I know it was violent and gross, but it was fun, and we used our imagination. We grabbed like anything we had that was like a hammer here or whatever there, a remote, and then we'll just start playing in our home. And it's a lot of fun when you play with your imagination. When you use your imagination, you can really get out there and have a good time for hours as a kid. Judas and the Black Messiah. Excellent. So you know about Black Panthers. A lot of us know here and there. We know some things about it. This is a particular story for a particular chapter of the Black Panthers. Really good, really sad, really tragic, really fucking foul. Every time I see a movie about betrayal and friendship, and I mean like betrayal, like murder, death, kill betrayal, not like stupid gossiping about each other. Sure, that sucks, but this is a whole nother level. That always gets to me. That always gets under my skin. And so it hits hard, and it's a sad story. It's an important story, and you got to watch it. Everybody was excellent. Daniel Kaluuya, he's just really good. I always say that the actors that come out of Europe are like 10 out of 10 always. They always hit home. Lakeith Stanfield, excellent. Jesse Plemons, really good. Dominique Fishback, Ashton Sanders, all excellent. Fucking horrible story, but that's history, and you better learn from it. For the plea deal by the FBI, William O'Neill infiltrates the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party to gather intelligence on Chairman Fred Hampton. Must see. Definitely must see. I put this up on my Instagram moment story. I think going forward, I'm going to put videos, like just live videos of makeup or anything I want to share, like maybe a new skincare that I'm loving or whatever. I see that I'm thinking of it. I didn't want to do it at first, but I feel like it could be something to help me move and help me put stuff out, content out that I care about without, while I learn to structure my new life. That's a maybe. Let me know if you'll be interested. And also, I really want to do a lot of live stuff because sometimes I want to talk, just chat about the one on Netflix with someone, and there's no one, and there are you all there. So I'd rather just talk to you. Let me know if you're interested in live stuff. Moving on to music. I love the new song by Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak or Pac, I don't know. Leave the Door Open. So 70s, so R&B. Really love that song. That's the song that I've been blasting over and over again. And also, I don't know if you all need help sleeping, but there's this album that I play on Tidal. Let me go to Tidal one moment. It doesn't really have an actual name, but it's Baby Lullabies. My daughter loves it. She needs it every night. So I appreciate it. It really does help us. And it eases her to sleep, and it eases me to sleep. It's so funny because it's just really, really good. It's really, really good. It's just a bunch of classic instrumentals and lullabies. Just no word, just instrumentals, famous instrumentals like by Bach and things like that. Really, really relaxing, really soothing. And that and Pitch Darkness helps my baby knock out. And it really helps to soothe me as well, because after a day of at the end of the night, sometimes it's hard to turn it off. And this album really helps. Bad Bunny and Rosalia, La Noche De Anoche. Love that song too. I've been listening to that one over and over again after seeing their live performance on SNL. Audio, as in podcast. I'm loving the Sugars podcast. So in my advice video a while back, I read from the Sugars advice column, and I didn't know they had a podcast, and I've been binging it. It's so, so good. And you should start, if you want to start randomly, you can, but there's 4-part infidelity segment that was excellent. They speak to the person that cheated, the person that the person that cheated, the person that got played, and the other woman, and then they speak to a specialist who kind of breaks down why these things happen in relationships. Excellent series. I have 2 books, and they're baby books because that's what I read now to my child. So I have Si Se Puede, Yes We Can, Janitor Strike in LA, by Diana Cohen, illustrated by Francisco Delgado. Diana Cohen is the woman that was the author of the book that I recommended in my last culture report, which was another book that I read to my child. So this is about janitors striking. This is about a kid's mother who strikes. She's a janitor, and she's not paid fairly, and so all the janitors go on strike. And it's bilingual, so you have the English version. Well, yeah, you have the English text and then the Spanish translation. And I read both to my baby. I want her to hear me talking Spanish, so hopefully she can talk Spanish. I don't talk Spanish that much myself, so I'm trying here. And then there is Anti-Racist Baby by Ibram X. Kendi and illustrated by Ashley Lukashevsky. Really cute illustrations. The read is more like a lesson than like an actual like traditional story. The illustrations are really cute. I love these little illustrations. Like little babies. What is it? Shoot, I can't think of it. You know, the place where all the countries come to meet. Parliament? No, not Parliament. It's a bunch of owls. Anyhow, you know, pretty illustrations, really cute illustrations. My favorite part of the book actually is the back. In the back, they have, you know, some ways that you can talk about race and racism to your children. So it's pretty cool little points. Talking points they point out. You know, for people it could be a hard subject. For me, it's not a hard subject, but this is a really nice guide to help you speak to your children, to help them understand and to get into their psyche of how they perceive the world. Really good talking points in the back here. I'll write it out in the description because I think it's important to share. It's really cool. And finally, YouTube. I have found people I love on YouTube. I love when I love people on YouTube. It feels good. It feels good to find quality people. So Khadija Embowe is, she does social commentary. And she was like under 1,000 subscribers at one point, and then she just zoomed all the way up. She's like, I don't know, maybe 500,000 now. I don't know. But it's all wonderful and well-deserved because she's super intelligent and her social commentary is very engaging. She comments on everything. Like recently she commented on the whole Meghan Markle Oprah interview. She comments on colorism, sexism, racism, everything you can imagine, all the isms. She's dope, she's beautiful, and you will love her on YouTube. I'll link her, of course. And if you want to give me a shout out when you go to her channel, you can, because she actually shouts out small channels. She tries to put people on. So you never know, she might shout me out. Tom D NYC. Last but definitely not least. So dope. I love him. I want to be his friend. I want to help him film his videos. I want to know him because he knows so much. I love people that know a lot of random fucking info, you know, like random facts. He knows a lot about New York. He does walking tours. His videos are all walking tours. So New York based. So if you want to get to know more about New York, you know how I used to do my vlogs and go all over the hood into the thrift stores and the rec centers and just talk shit and show you at the same time. He's good for that. He's good. He goes beyond. He gives you the facts about the buildings and the history. And I find that I learn a lot through him, a lot about the neighborhoods that I've always seen but never really seen on his level of seeing, you know. But he's really dope, really cool dude. I want to be his friend. If you find yourself in his channel, you can tell him I sent you as well, because I really do want to be his friend. You know, when someone is in New York, I feel like they are someone that I could be friends with because they're here. They're 5 minutes away from me. I feel like everyone is 5 minutes away from me. Anyhow, Tom DNYC, you're dope. And yeah, I guess that's it. I guess we're done. Let me just make sure because I be forgetting. But no, we are done. I'm so excited. I got this video done. I feel good. Okay, I have a lot to share with you going forward, and I'm going to continue trying my best, and I'm going to film tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow. I have so much thrifted clothes, so much thrifted clothes, you have no idea. I want to share that with you. I want to attempt to do try-ons. It's not easy. My apartment is so packed right now with having the baby here now. There's no room for any type of modeling, but I'm going to work it out and make it happen. I have a bunch of new things that I purchased. I have kicks, I have makeup, I have beauty, a lot of new things in beauty. And I want to share them all with you. I still have my baby bag of all the things that they give you in the hospital that I wanted to share with you too. I want to share my baby birth story with you. I have a lot of videos coming up, is what I'm saying, and you're going to love them. So please stay tuned. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.